but we're gonna go through that again. All right, getting started. We're gonna reach it up overhead, dive it down through the middle, and we're gonna rock a little back side to side, reaching for those toes. I've got a micro bend in my knee when I come to the side. So my left knee bends when I go to the left. My right knee bends when it goes to the right. You know what I'm trying to say. And just rock a little side to side, reaching down, sliding across, reaching down, opening up the back of your legs. That weight is in your heels, stretching out that back. Your back should be nice and flat as we come down and across. Coming back through center, roll it up, reach it up, and dive it down. We're gonna reach over to that right side, and you're gonna pulse down. I've got a slight micro bend in that right knee. My left leg is straight. Weight is still back on my heels. I'm just pulsing down, pulsing down. You should feel a stretch in kind of your lower back, in your butt. And then coming through center, go to the left. Again, micro bend in that left knee, straighten out that right, and pulse down towards the floor. Back stays flat. You're just moving up and down, up and down. Coming back through center, straighten both legs, roll it up, reach it up, and bring those hands down. Set up, we're gonna come in for front kicks here. If you only kind of come, you don't have to come all the way up, you don't have to reach your toes, just reach for it. So we're gonna alternate here. So I almost kind of walk, I step, reach, bring it down, other side. Just swinging out those legs, stretching out, a little dynamic movement as we warm up. Exactly. Whew. I definitely feel this in like weird spots, like the inside of my thighs. I don't know. Feels good. All right. Now we're going to shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. We're gonna come into good mornings here. Where instead of putting your hands behind your head, if you would like a little extra, you can do that and just come down into those glutes. Or you bring your hands to your chest. You sit back in those heels and you bring it down and bring it up. You should really hold your boobies. Bring it down, bring it up. You should feel this kind of in the back of your hamstrings, obviously your lower back, and a little bit in your glutes. I'm pretty sore from yesterday, so I definitely feel it. But if you'd like a little extra, a little bit more work, put your hands behind your ears. I'm gonna bring my hands to my chest. My legs are a little bit wider than hip distance. That weight is rocked back into my heels. I sit it back into my glutes. I drop it down. Nice, slow, and controlled. Come up, squeeze that butt. Lower down. Good. This should kind of relieve some of that tension in your back, even if you do have your hands back behind your ears. And just stretch it out. And keep going. Give me 2 more. And 2. Stand it up. Keep those hands behind your ears, or if your hands are on your chest, put those hands behind your ears. We're just going to twist to the back, leading with those elbows. Really make sure that chest is open. You're not crashing into your shoulders. Your shoulders draw down away from your ears. You're just working that little twist, nice, slow, and controlled. Stretching out your glutes, your back, opening up that chest, engaging that core a little bit. That weight is still rocked down back through your heels in that back body. Twist and twist. Now we're gonna bring our hands down. You're gonna hold them out like a weirdo and then twist into it. Get a little bit more momentum here, just working to kind of crack that back, Twist that back. Keep that core super tight. And that weight rock back in your heels. This little bit of dynamic movement just kind of warms you up a little bit. Wakes up that back. Twists into it. Should feel good. Then we're going to come down to the ground. I was like reading my notes. I'm like, I don't know what this means. So you're going down to the ground. You're gonna roll to your backs. Flush that back nice. Flush your back with the floor. Bring those legs long. You're gonna pull them in, reach them in, hug your knees into your chest. Your shoulder blades leave the ground as you roll up, your nose to knee. You're gonna rock a little side to side here. I like to grab my shins with my hands. Really, just it's a little bit easier for me to balance. But keep that core tight as you rock a little side to side, massaging that lower back. Again, this should engage your core just a little bit so you don't rock and fall over. Woo! And we're gonna bring that left leg out long, leave that right leg in here, and pull it in towards your armpit. So your knee is going to drive into your armpit as you pull it close. You're gonna lower your head and your shoulders, and you're gonna lift that left leg up and lower down. Lift it up and lower down. Really make sure that you're keeping your back nice and flush with that floor. Again, engaging that core just a little bit. Point those toes.
Should I quickly flex the pointing?
I just said point those toes. If you were listening. Bring that leg down. That right leg comes long, that left leg comes in. We pull it in, we reach it towards our armpit. So it should be kind of off to the side a little, opening up that groin. Point your right toes, lift it up, engage that core, lower down, lift it up, lower down. That head, neck, and shoulders should be firmly planted on the ground. Should feel this a little bit in your thigh, a little bit in your core. And we lower down. Bring both knees in, hug, lift up, nose to knee, and rock a little back and forth. Again, kind of massaging that low back. Keeping that core engaged so you don't fall over. And bring those legs long. We're gonna bring your knees up into a bridge hold. Your fingertips should be able to reach your heels. We're gonna drive through those heels, lift it up, squeeze your butt, squeeze your core, and hold. Your rib cage should be in line with your knees, with your hips. They shouldn't be pushed out or down, all in line. Core nice and tight, butt nice and tight. We're holding here. Keep holding. Hold it. Hold it. Drive that weight through your heels. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Lower down. Rise up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Your knees should be straight, not splayed out. You should feel this in your glutes. You should feel this in your core. You should feel this in your thighs, your hamstrings, your quads. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lower down in 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We're going to come up one more time here. Again, really driving through those heels. Drive up, hold, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Take your right leg, bring it up long, point those toes. Keep driving through that left heel. We're going to raise it up straight and lower down to your knee. Good. Just like that. Keep squeezing. Keep pulsing that leg up and back, driving through that left heel. Keep that core nice and tight. Keep that butt squeezing. Give me 2 more. 1, 2. Lower that left heel down. Stay up in that glute bridge. Shift that weight over to your right heel. That left leg points out long. We lift it up. We lower down. Good. Point those toes. Point those toes. Squeeze that butt. Squeeze that core. Keep kicking. Driving through that right heel. Give me 2 more. 1, 2. And drop that heel lower down to the ground. We're going to bring those knees back into our chests. Nose to knee. Rock a little side to side. How are you guys doing? Woo! All right, bringing those legs along. We're gonna go through this sequence again. You're gonna come long, legs long, drive that right knee into your chest, bring it to the side so it's kind of pointing towards your armpit. Point that left toe, lift it up, lower down. Make sure that back is nice and flush with that floor. That toe is super, super pointed. Engaging that core just a little bit, but really kind of relieving that lower back. Should be stretching out in this right leg as we lift and lower that left leg. Drop that left heel down. Right leg comes long, left leg comes into your chest. We bring it into our armpits, point those right toes. We lift it up. We lower down, good. Point those toes. Again, that head, neck, shoulders are firmly planted on the ground. Stretching out that right side. Good. Give me a few more here. And then we bring both knees into your chest. Lift your nose, head, chest, shoulders, and we rock side to side, relieving some of that low back pressure. Like a little ball. Woo! Woo! Bringing those heels down, knees are up. We're gonna reach for our heels. See if your fingertips can touch your heels. Your legs are hip distance apart. We drive through those heels. We lift our glutes up. We squeeze our butt. We squeeze our core. Make sure your rib cage is in line with your knees. Hold, 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 hold. Your knees are hip distance, pointing straight forward, not splayed out to the side, not knocking in. Nice, strong, nice and strong. Hold it. Weight drives through those heels. Don't let go. We drop in 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Take a second. Reset. We're going to drive through our heels. Lift it up. Squeeze that butt. Squeeze that core. Hold, hold, hold. Really squeeze here. Core is nice and tight. Glutes are nice and tight. Weight is in your heels. Hold it. Hold it. Keep holding. Keep holding. Drop it down. One more time here. Reset. Drive up through your heels. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Flex those feet. Drive that weight through your heels. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Then you're going to shift that weight into your left heel. Flex. Point that right foot. Lift it up. Lift it down. It should not go past that knee. It should not go to that ground. You're just lifting it up and down. Woo! Drive that weight through that left heel. Your left glute is burning. If you've got a Charlie horse like me, your right foot is in so much pain. Keep flexing, keep lowering, lift, lower, lift, and then drive that right heel down to the ground. Shift that weight into your right heel, that left toes point, and we straighten that leg. We lift, we lower. Good. Drive that weight through your right heel. Core is nice and tight. Glutes are still squeezing. We're almost done here. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And lower that left heel down. Lower your butt down to the floor. Both knees come into your chest. Nose to knee. We rock a little side to side. Good. Sitting up. We're going to take a quick stretch here. Legs come long. We reach it up. We reach it down. We hold. Stretching out that lower back, stretching out the back of your knees. Let your back hang heavy here. We've got one more little sequence here with some more glute bridges. So we'll roll it back. We're gonna roll back down to our backs. Reach for those heels, touch with your fingertips. We're gonna pulse this glute bridge up. So you're gonna pulse up, squeeze at the top, lower down halfway, come back up to the top, lower down halfway. Drive that weight through your heels and imagine you've got something sitting in between your knees. So you're trying to like hold like a block or a book in between your knees. That's where they should be. So drive that weight through your heels, lift it up, squeeze, lower pulse, 1, 2, squeeze your butt at the top. Keep going. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. Give me 2 more. 1, 2, hold. And then we bring those knees up, we march. 1, 2, flex those feet. Keep that butt squeezing, keep that core tight. Almost there. And drop to your back. Legs come nice and long. Right knee comes into the chest. We hug it in, nose to knee. We drop our head, neck, shoulders. We drive that right knee over the left, opening up to the right side. Stretch out that right hip, looking over that right shoulder. Stretching out that lower back. Your head, shoulders, neck should all be on the ground, just firmly planted. Hold it here. We come back through center. You hug that knee in towards your shoulder blade, opening up that inner thigh, that psoas. And we bring that right leg long. Left leg comes in, we hug it into the chest, nose to knee. Your head, neck, shoulders lift. We lower our head, neck, shoulders. We twist to the right, we open up to the left. I do not come as far as I do on my right side, and that's okay. We're stretching here, looking over that left shoulder. Your shoulder blades, your head, neck should all be on the ground. My toe does not touch. Oh, there it goes. Stretching that outer glute, lower back, nice twist here. We come back through center, you hug that knee in and over to your armpit, stretching out that inner thigh. And lower down long. We bring both of our arms up 90 degrees, make sure that back is flush with the floor. Arms come up, dead bugs. Right knee, left leg, right arm, bring it up. Left leg, whatever, the opposite. So you drive your left arm, right knee, right arm, left knee. Working that core, activating that core, keeping it nice and tight. Keep going here. We're gonna go through this sequence one more time before we finish. Give me a few more dead bugs. Point those toes, point those toes. Bring it in, hug those knees to your chest, nose lifts up. We rock a little side to side, release that lower back. and bring your heels down. Your knees are up. You reach down, touch your heels. Again, pretending you've got something in between your knees here. You're holding it. You lift, drive through those heels. You lift it up. You squeeze that butt. We come into little pulses. We're down. We're up. Good. Squeeze. And hold. And we flex those feet, we march. Good. Good. And lower down to your back. Both legs come long. We drive that right knee in. We lift nose to knee. We lower our head, neck, shoulders to the ground. We twist to the left. We open up to the right, looking over that right shoulder. Breathe into this glute here. We're gonna hang here for a little bit longer. Stretch it out, twist. Breathe into that twist. And come back through center. You hug that right knee in, down to your shoulder. And we kick it out long. That left leg comes in, nose to knee. Lower that head, neck, shoulder, twist to the right, open up to that left. Hang it here. Bring it in. Hug that knee in. Bring it out to your shoulder. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Bring that left leg out long. Legs come up 90 degrees. Flush that back with the floor. Hands come up. Last time, dead bugs. We lower right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Rock a little here. Keep going. Keep that core engaged. Back is flat on the floor. Arms coming down. Give me a few more here. And bring those knees into your chest. Roll it up. Nose to knee, roll it out. Roll over to one side. Lift up, sit into the soles of your feet are touching each other. You're gonna grab your toes. Your elbows come to the outside of your shin, leading with your chest. We come down, we stretch it out. Roll it up here. We cross those ankles, we cross those shins. We reach it up, 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 sitting on evenly in your glutes. We reach it down, stretch it out. Your chest again driving towards that floor. Your shoulders are driving down away from your ears. We walk it up. Switch ankles, whatever one was in back is now in front. Again, we reach it up. We dive it forward. That chest coming towards that floor. We rock it forward, coming into tabletop position. Give me a few cat-cows here. Open up that chest. Round that lower back. Open up that chest. Round that lower back. Good. Good. Round that lower back. All right, walk your legs back. Walk your chest down into puppy pose. Your butt stays up. Your chest comes to the ground. Your armpit chest opens up. We hold here, we stretch it out. We walk it up, tabletop position. Send it back, child's pose. Your big toes come together, your knees come out wide. We hang here, we stretch it out, active, active arms. Breathe into the stretch. And that is all I got for you this morning. I hope your lower back feels a lot better. I hope you feel stretched out, a little bit worked. Thank you for joining.